Hello YouTubers, this is Danny Dandano and this is my first video on my first YouTube channel, so I hope you enjoy it and find it informative. And what I wanted to do in this channel is put together a load of resources for the Freeman or sovereign movement. I've been getting asked a lot of questions about where people can find information, and instead of just telling them a number of different websites, I thought I'd put a load together in one. So we'll start off with the People's Public Trust. This is a website where it says here, we are the People's Public Trust and we have one goal, fixing the public services of this once great nation. So if you're having any issues with any public servants, you can contact the People's Public Trust and they'll help to settle the matter by getting the employee retrained or mediated or whatever needs to be done, to be honest. The reason I put this first is because I'm asking everyone to please just spend a second of your time and register to this website just so they can use your name, because the more numbers they have, the more power they have. And as the people, public servants, they are our employees. We do employ them, so we do need to make sure that they stay in line. Which is a lot of people are agreeing that nowadays, even though most of them do, they're not very happy with the public services at this moment in time. So I'll move on to the next website, which is getoutdebtfree.org. This is a great website for, well, it says here what they do, they highlight the fraudulent banking system or the fiat money system or whatever you'd like to call it, this current money system that we're in now. And what they do is they offer template letters, free template letters. All you got to do is register. And the letters are for banks, credit cards, solicitors, debt collectors, bailiffs. So it's all here on the left hand side. And even if you don't have any debts and you're just interested in this topic, please register and download the free template letters, because just the letters, just looking and reading the letters and understanding how the administrative procedure works is actually priceless, because that is the main thing, that's the foundation of you making your case. So it says here, if you scroll down, they've saved money saved so far just under £6 million, which is a great amount. So they've got 7 reasons why credit card loan agreements are unlawful. A lot of good information here. And another reason why it's so good and why I spend so much time on this website is the forum. Okay, so in the forum they have events and meetings dealing with banks, credit cards, dealing with debt collectors, solicitors, dealing with courts, credit repair, copyright, trademark, parking tickets, and just general topics. And feel free, if you have any questions, you can join this website and just post a question in a forum and someone will answer you. It's really reliable for people answering. I get answers all the time. I post stuff in here all the time. I even answer questions some of the time. Not all the time, don't know that much, but some of the time I do answer. So people will get back to you. All you need to do is ask a question. They even have events and meetings here. So all the events and meetings are put in here, and you can even go to a meeting and speak to people there if just a network, really. Okay, next channel. If you don't already know him, you know him now. It's Ben Lowry. He's got his own website, which is benlowry.com. So you can go to benlowry.com and all his videos are there. But I've just basically gone to his YouTube channel because he posts all of his interviews here. And what he does is he interviews people in the sovereign community, so people who are in the sovereign movement. So he's got some great videos here. So like here, look, Vattel, Law of Nations, Book 1. He's just doing a book reading there. But he's got Benton Hall, interview with Benton Hall, who is Gordon Hall's son. Gordon Hall is a big player in this game. Sarah Lioness has just written a book called Challenging Legal Authority. She's had a lot of success. So that's a really good interview. There's one with Charles Arthur here on his book, The Art of Passing the Book, which is all about trusts and how you can put your assets into a trust. Really good book. He's got loads of videos, loads of his own videos. This one here, where is it? Mescalito, he's from Get Out of Debt Free. So if you just watch his interview, that's an hour from Mescalito who's speaking, and he's a Get Out of Debt Free member. So he does a lot of administrative stuff. The Spaniard does some interesting stuff. The Spaniard actually, when a corporation makes a mistake, he will charge them for the mistake the same way that a bank would charge you if you made an error, and he would chase it up and get paid for it. So he's had some great successes. And again, he uses the administrative procedure. So learning the administrative procedure, I can't emphasize how important it is. It's the same with Benton Hall. Like what we'll talk about is administrative procedure, which is the actual contract. So we'll go down. He's got loads of great videos. Here's one from Darren from the People's Public Trust, Roger Hayes from the Lawful Bank, Charlie Veach, Mark Stevens, who wrote that book, the book Adventures in Legal Land. So he's got loads of great stuff. These are Rob Ryder videos. Rob Ryder, he's had a lot of success with mortgages. It's a really interesting topic, mortgages. It's a whole new ball game. So Ben Lowry, check him out. He's got a lot of good stuff. A lot of good interviews. Anti-terrorist. Anti-terrorist has been doing this for a long time. So you might have run into him a few times on YouTube, but he has been doing it for a while, and he's got some great videos. A lot of factual stuff. He does a lot of research, knows what he's talking about. So Anti-Terrorist has also written 2 books. I've read one of them, which are really good. The other one I've had recommended to me loads of times, so I do actually need to read the other one. But Anti-Terrorist, when you have some time, just go through his videos, have a read through. Next website, Creditors in Commerce. Now the whole contract concept is, well, the whole of contracting is just commerce, because that's what you're doing, conducting in commerce. When more than one person sharing ideas to come to one agreement, what they're doing is conducting in commerce. So Creditors in Commerce, they do a lot of stuff. First of all, this is their resource page. So recommended resources, they have loads. They have a lot of audio, conference calls, discussion groups, a lot of websites, stuff that you can buy, Winston Shrout DVDs. He's a big player in the game, Winston Shrout. And they've got it for the States and the United Kingdom as well. But what I recommend doing is, if you have time, is you go to audio, and you want the Living Temple classes. See, I've done them all. They're great. So you want to start off with the Living Temple classes for 2009. And these are 2-hour lectures. They range between 1 hour to 3 hours, depending. But instead of wasting your brain listening to Rihanna and Jay-Z, you can just download one of these MP3s, please, and put it on your stick. Even if you listen to 1 lecture a week, I think the introduction, he babbles on a bit, but if you start with Money and Original Issue or Strawman as Trusts, you'll learn so much in just that short amount of time. So great lectures, and these are all run by Brandon Adams. Great lectures. So they cover a lot of topics, as you can see here. They've got administrative procedure, principal interest, quantum language, that's a big thing at the moment, admiralty, creation of money, accepted for value. A for V's is a whole new ball game as well. So that's an interesting thing to research and get into. Okay, next website, People's United Committee. This is a great website. I don't really use the forums that much, but what it's good for is it has all the acts and charters. So here we go, Magna Carta. I'll just use that as an example. And the Magna Carta is actually it's like the Constitution for the United Kingdom. So this is made in the year 1215. The US Constitution, it was a blueprint for the US Constitution. It was a blueprint for the Bill of Rights. So this is a great bit of document that you can read when you have some spare time. And all of the sovereign parts are all highlighted in blue. So even if you don't want to read through the whole of the Magna Carta, just read the parts in blue. And these are our constitutional rights, and we are not exercising them near enough as we should be. We should be exercising these a lot more. They should be more common. People in the US know their constitutional rights. If you ask someone here what the Magna Carta is, chances are they wouldn't have a clue. They think it's an ice cream. So I'll give you an example and read one now. So look. All fines made with us unjustly and against the law of the land, and all amercements imposed unjustly and against the law of the land, shall be entirely remitted, or else let them be settled by the judgment of the 25 barons who are mentioned below. And I think that basically means jury is a jury now, seeing as the barons aren't going to be alive. So anyone who has been deceased or kept out of his lands, castles, franchises, or his right by us without the legal judgment of his peers, which is a jury, we will immediately restore them to him. So Magna Carta, really interesting to read, something that everyone should look into. Okay, next website is Free the Planet. They have some good documents to look into, especially their trust documents. So they have Declaration of Trust, Declaration of Natural Rights, Family Trust Declaration. So a lot of interesting stuff to look into. Here they have the Magna Carta here, Bill of Rights, Declaration of Rights, Sovereign Declaration, and then they have successors as well. So success of the taxman, just some example letters that you can use or just read. So look here, refusing to register, British Constitution, cancer hoax. So they cover quite a lot of topics on this website. So it's just good to spend some time on it. And lawful rebellion. A lot of people have more than likely heard of lawful rebellion because they arrested a judge in Birkenhead, I think. But hey, look, we've got it here, People's Public Trust right here. And they got a lot of interesting videos and articles, so just some stuff to look through. And the last one for now is one that people don't use as often as they should, but it's Justice, the website Justice. And this is the Crown's website. And when it comes to court, no one is as reliable as this website when it comes to court. So here they have all the forms that you can download that you need. This website, if you read it, it will teach you how you can make a claim and what you need to do and what forms you need to fill out. So it's a great website to look into and research. So they've got all reports and all the forms and stuff there. Different organizations that will help. So there's an interesting one here actually. Official Solicitor and Public Trustee. Now, not a lot of you will understand, but that's a pretty big something to look into. So here we go. Justice, and that's justice.gov.uk. Okay, and so we'll go with, we've got People's Public Trust, Get Out Debt Free, Ben Lowry, his website or his YouTube channel. If you use his YouTube channel, it's just easier to switch from one video to the next. So that's what I tend to use. Anti-Terrorist, Creditors in Commerce, TPUC, People's United Committee, Free the Planet, Lawful Rebellion, Justice.gov.uk, UK Column is also a great one, UK Column, and that's by Brian Gerrish, so that's another one. So you've got enough resources here to go through what you need to go through. Let me just think. I've got a notepad of some names, some further research for you. So here's some names to research. Robert Menard. He's done, I think the first video I watched of Robert Menard was Bursting Bubbles of Government Deception. Government Deception. Great video. Robert Menard, he's such a funny guy, I love him. So Jordan Maxwell, he does a video on commerce. He's got a lot of interesting stuff. Deeper Curtis, Jordan Maxwell. Dean Clifford, he does a lot of Freeman stuff. John Harris, the YT means YouTube, by the way. Rob Ryder does mortgages. Ben Lowry does interviews, and Ben Lowry does quite a lot of stuff. So he does interviews, he does his own videos. Then you got Bill Thornton, Mighty Sovereign, Anti-Terrorist on YouTube. Gordon Hall, Brandon Adams, and Winston Shrout, all in Creditors in Commerce. Taj Tariq, these are more. Some really interesting concepts. The Spaniard, Roger Hayes, who's a Lawful Bank. Veronica Chapman, who's a Lawful Rebellion. Guy Taylor, Lawful Rebellion. Check out Lawful Rebellion. Elizabeth Mary Croft, who wrote How I Clobbered Every Cash Confiscatory Bureaucratic Agency Known to Man. It was a book, really good book, quite short but very good. Suggest reading that when you have some time. The White Rabbit Trust is a Facebook group. So if you're on Facebook, type in White Rabbit Trust, and if you go in the White Rabbit Trust and you have any questions, just ask us some questions, and people will reply to you. So they'll help you out. Even if you're not into law or contracting and you just have some general questions, feel free to ask and people will reply to you. Then you have Stefan Molyneux, who's a philosopher in this topic. Curtis Flowers from Executive Trustee Training. He's done some interviews with Ben Lowry, so really good, watch them. and Brian Gerrish from UK Column. So I hope for the time being I've given you enough resources to keep busy, really, and yeah, happy researching, and hope to see you next time. Thanks. Bye.